Greetings, you tubulators and tubulons. How y'all doing? I figure I better put something up before they start checking the obituaries. And that's the way that is. Let's go from the Herald to the other ones. I'm sitting here beside Herald. I've got the killing devices right there, and I got some more I can pull out if I need it to cut this seal off. This seal is on there with rusted bolts, and I can't get any of them to turn, to tighten or loosen. Usually what I do with a bolt, if it's really bad, is I tighten it to snap it off because I'm not going to use it again, and that solves a lot of trouble digging them out and fighting with them. And I've got a bunch more knobs and bumps and gimps out of this door, and I think it's pretty good. I found one right here that needs to be seen about, and this is pretty straight, and that's amazingly straight and good, but that's gonna need some more. I'm gonna have to play with it some more. Oh, got a dent right there too. I got to knock out. Got a piece of metal in that windshield frame there. It's all ready to be filed down and straightened. And I got to thank Jaden Muttley for showing me how to do that. And he's just a wizard. Wizard or a wizard? He's a wizard at this stuff. So that's the next thing that's going to happen, is cut this seal off and grab some more hammers and stuff and beat that out. And there's about 5 left. I've got a chart in my head. So that's the name of this tune. If I get up. So I got to put the bonnet and the boot lid for Herald over here and get fired up on them. And all the Mustang stuff is moved out. Sad story about the Mustang, poor little thing. I put all the bearings in real good and tight and everything, and while I was under there I was getting dripped on. Of course, you're going to get dripped on with oil, but I was getting dripped on with water. Lovely water was coming down from number 2 piston. That's not good. So that's the way that was. I did finally get all the stuff done in it. There it is in its nastiness. And so now, guess what I get to do? I get to pull the heads off this thing and see what's going on, letting the water down in it. Took all the plugs out of it and blowed some air in it. And number 2 had some moisture in it. And I went to drain the radiator, the rad, what Chef Tush calls it. And I opened the petcock and made funny jokes about that to myself, of course, because Marianne don't allow no cussing and raring in the house. I don't blame her. And it didn't have any coolant in it, and I know it was filled up. Whenever I started easing this thing around, I put half a gallon in it, and now it's got a full tank of air. So that's a sad story there. It'll have to come asundered as soon as I get my juices flowing again. Oh, there's my 2 little angels. One got out of school, the other one got out of work. Look at that. They're so gorgeous. I'm so lucky. So there that is. So I filled the trunk full of Mustang junk. And we may put this on the back burner for a while. And this, I have disseminated some. And I got some stuff to, it's rusting going to Memphis on me everywhere. Well, we've had 3.5 weeks, half a week, 3.5 weeks of torrential rain. What comes through here and then it moistures in here too. So I got to start catching up with this. I'm going to lose it. So what I'm going to do is get it up and get the body off of it. I've got my brace bars here, and I'm going to put one, a Cy-Godlin one, too, if I can, and pull it up in the air. I wonder if these things will hold it. I was going to double up one, and the 2x6 I picked up was just about 6 feet too short, so I'll need a board stretcher for it. I took the hoodyard off. These are a lot lighter than the hoodyard on the Mustang. And got the doors in the house, in the old house, of course, where the parts and stuff are. And that's what I'm going to do there. Get the thing up in the air, and I'm going to roll under it and put some navel jelly. If it's like this stuff here, it's going to need some serious scrubbing and navel jelly and all this other stuff. And I've got some rust converter to take care of some of it. So, and then, I wonder if I've got it in here. I'll show you what I've got if I've got it in here. I think it's in the other part thing. No, here it is. Here it is. Just to start out to see what this is like. I got that upside down. I got some epoxy primer white. And it's supposed to be self-etching, rust killer, all that other stuff. And it makes your babies pretty and all that stuff. So I'm going to go under it and give that a spray. Spray it as thick as I can. And then set it back down and go from there. If I have enough, I'll do it at the engine compartment and a couple other things, but we don't know. But that's the TR6. Let's see, we got Herald. This side's ready, by the way. It's straight as a string. I got, let's see, mentioned Herald. And I mentioned the Sorry Mustang. And then I got the TR6. And I think that's enough for today. And I'm thirsty. Been magging and tagging and bagging and lagging as we go. As you boys taught me, thank you very much. Taught me a whole bunch of stuff. And that's about it. The wind has actually calmed down. But we've been under some kind of a tremendous wind advisory. Never seen one in Arkansas. I think the world is becoming more violent. People, the earth, people, wind, everything. But you know what? I'm a short timer anyway. There you go. So that's what I'm going to do. If I do it, I mean to flip this viewfinder over. I'll do this a la One Lonely Farmer. He done this for years. And I thought his arm was like 12 feet long. Come to find out he had a stick on it. Yep, he had a stick on it. I'll show you what this wind does. And these limbs do. You're just taking your life in your own hands when you're out here under these tree limbs. My dear old Fairlane, he keeps getting put off. a limb has come asunder and has bent the pin down. Now I don't know if it's aid in stability on the road, but if I fix this car, that's a bad little leak right there, boys. But I don't have no other place to put it. So, hey, the buck brush is going. Mary Ann's got a word for this. I mean, a real name for it. But I always just call it buck brush because it's always around the creeks. Okay. I'm going to say sorry not you to you. And y'all have a wonderful, wonderful week. And you know I love you. And I'm gunning for you. No, I'm on your side. I'm not gunning for you. I don't gun for nobody. But that's about it. Oh, the wind is blowing up Wilma's skirt. This sounds kind of prognosticating. But it had her skirt just blowing in the air. What's the deal here? It quit as soon as I come around. Anyway, I never get to show anything good anymore. Okay, I'm gonna say bye. Bye.